Round 17 of the NRL is upon us, Bentley. Fantasy continues. Big round, not a bye round. How you going, mate?
I'm doing very phenomenally well.
It's great to hear.
Very excited that it's not a bye round for once. Pretty much all the Origin players are backing up. I'm very excited for the week ahead.
It's time for my team to flex their muscles.
Yeah, this is where the boys become men, or the women, or the girls become women.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I have to be inclusive.
That is inclusive. In terms of the all-out team, we've snuck inside the top 10K.
Man, we've had a pretty unlucky run, though, just quietly. Couldn't field a full team. Sharp was injured last week. I don't know if you guys went through it yesterday. Didn't have time to watch it, sorry. But
look, 9,992. So we've just snuck in. Outside of the injuries in a couple of weeks, we captain Cleary. Let's just say we're top 5K.
Yeah, if we chose correct captains at the start of the year, which is a massive if, just quietly, but we just refused to captain May at the start of the year when he was cooking every week, and then we'd always do Cleary instead of Haas, and it's kind of come back to bite us a little bit, but I think our team's actually really good on paper, so I think we're going to be rushing to that top 5K soon.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking at it. We got Mullany, weapon.
Yeah.
We got...
Mullany was a great buy.
Yeah, one of the great buys. Apologies if we told anyone to get him.
He's 230K, so...
we got Wong... issue, we got to get rid of him. Riley Smith, issue. Fletcher Sharp. We got Marky Mark and Teddy on a buy. So maybe
We've
not the best
more
week.
Trades.
Yeah, we got 7 left.
How many more trades do we get in round 20 so that people know? Is it 10? Or is that...
I think it's 8.
8. Because I want that round to come by ASAP.
Yeah. So I think a lot of people are in that boat.
I think a lot of people have single digits now. Like you'd be pretty in a good position if you had more than.
I personally have 9. I think that's about where people are at.
Yeah, I think I've got 8, so I'm on the lower end. But I had to use 3 last week, which is a bit silly.
I feel for people who don't have the Nathan Clearys, don't have the Haas, and they're trying to figure out how to bring them back in.
Yeah, I don't have Clear right now. I just sold him actually. Very, very silly error that I made 2 weeks ago. But now I've got to get him back. But we'll see how his groin holds up. But I think we'll get into that.
Should we get into the buy hotels?
I think we should.
Yeah. Let's do it.
The people, that's what they want to hear. That's what they
they don't give a fuck about our
they don't care.
lives and stuff. That is what our opinions, which are usually wrong. We'll get into it. We'll start with the hookers because I guess people are still looking towards round 18. Yep. They might have a few headaches there if you've got, Aaron Clark. If you've got Riley Smith, you don't have another hooker. We'll start with Donoghue. He doesn't play round 18, but if you're playing head-to-head or just generally you're fine with hookers, I think he's a great option. He's absolutely killing it.
Yeah, I'm looking at his scores right now, and he's just got 59 in the past 2 weeks in a row. He did have a try 2 weeks ago, but is he starting yet again? Is he starting lock?
Yep.
Is that right?
He's basically Maxi Plath, unfortunate injury. He's basically taken that sort of role.
He has very impressive stats at lock, playing 70 minutes, then 59, then 80. If he's getting 80 minutes every week and he's getting around that 40 tackles mark, I don't see why not. 550K.
I just think, at that price, it's just like...
He's got the half jewel too.
Yeah,
handy.
It's handy. Very handy. Next guy, bit of a sneaky one, Jaden Brailey. Could be a bit of a pod. Our friend of the podcast, he would have no clue who we are. Tui, he's sort of the journo for the Knights. He's suggesting that Phoenix Crosland will be playing that lock role and Brailey's in for big minutes.
It sounds really good, to be honest. And I'm looking once again at his scores. He's got 51 and 54 starting hooker the past 2 weeks, and he's got 72 then 80. So it looks like he's going to play 70 minutes consistently at least. Looking back at his old scores where he plays 70 or 80, he has pretty good scores. He gets 50 tackles a game. Between 40 and 50, I should say. And at 375K, that's kind of criminally cheap.
Yep.
If he's starting 80, once again, he's actually probably one of the cheapies or mid-ranges, I guess, 375K of the round.
He's another one. Knights don't play next week, which is annoying.
Yeah.
But
it's just that price is so nice.
It is.
But I'd probably go him over Donoghue just because he's cheaper.
Because he's cheaper, yeah. Historically, we know he's a great scorer with minutes.
I would be a bit scared of the Knights, though. They love to just shuffle things around and just confuse you.
I can't believe I'm saying this, but another guy, he still doesn't play the bye. Blake Brailey is killing it.
Yeah. Oh, well, he keeps just scoring tries as well. So he just scored a lovely meat pie against the Broncos, but wasn't enough, unfortunately.
He's always decent value.
Yeah. He's He's just a go-getter, isn't he? But 659K, that's just a bit of a Siebes, you know? Like,
I
he
agree.
He really spending that much on him.
I'd rather get like a Harry Grant.
Yeah, exactly.
After Origin.
There's so many people around that 600K that should just be more expensive that I would just choose over him.
Yep. Cook, he does play the bye. I think he's still a decent option.
Yeah.
Like, we're still yet to really
for a
confirm if he's playing 80.
Yeah, we don't really know.
Who knows with Flano? Like, seriously. He played centre 1 week. That sort of cooked us when we put him as a bye.
Yeah.
But even still, he didn't play.
How did he go on the weekend?
Well, we had a bye.
I had a bye, that's right.
He played 56 minutes the week before, but he still got 60.
Yeah. I actually think he's still value, 619K.
Yeah.
He gets points and he gets attacking stats, which I really like about him.
I'm just trying to think of hookers who play next week. I got, sorry for the pronunciation, Aielu. He's the backup hooker for Roosters. He's been killing it.
Yeah, he's been doing
He's a decent little cheapie.
Yeah, how much is he now? He's probably gone up a fair amount.
He's around 300K.
301K.
They have the bye this week, so maybe he's one you target next week.
Yeah, I'm not getting him this week, but next week, 301K. If he's got that spot still, don't see why not.
I wouldn't buy Jess Favaga, but he's another one just to throw out there. Mids. JDB, I just threw him in there as a bit of a pod.
Oh,
why JDB? Yeah, I put him in, then I checked my phone, and he's off to the Eels. I'm distraught.
Are you happy or sad? Realistically.
I think he's top 5 most underrated players in the comp.
Really? Keep in mind, guys, that he is a Red V fan over here, so it could be a bit of bias, but...
He is 34 though, so...
Yeah. I'm actually looking at his scores and it's actually good.
Yeah, exactly.
51. Oh, he's got 60, 51, 52, 50, and 76. And 4 of those were off the bench.
Yep.
And when he just started lock on the weekend, he scored a try and got 76. So there you go.
I mean, he's starting lock now. Ah, jeez. I wouldn't tell anyone not to.
It's
Jack DeFellon is a buy.
It's an interesting one, and I don't know if I have the balls to do it.
Yeah.
Like, it's just...
I think a lot of people would have decent mid coverage, I'm thinking, for next week. But if you don't, he's a good option.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Everyone has all the mids in the game. There's so many. Karapani just got a good score as well. I know a lot of people still have him. May, Haas.
Yep.
You probably don't need another mid, but if you do, and you can't afford those top echelon players, JDB looks like your guy.
I can't believe I'm saying.
Yeah, it's actually...
DeFellon.
Yeah,
hopefully Flano doesn't realise he's going and give him less minutes, but surely not.
Yeah, he would realise, bro.
A guy I'm actually versing you in our head-to-head league.
Good luck, mate.
And I'm going to punish you.
I just destroyed Cord, by the way, with a one less player pretty much. So.
Good stuff.
Yeah, just had to let everyone know.
Mm-hmm.
Go on.
Isaiah Yo. I know, yes, he plays Origin next week, but I just want the points this week. And then after Origin, everyone's going to be trying to get him. He's still a top 5 fantasy guy.
Yeah. He's 754K, which is just 754K for Yo at the start of the year. Imagine that. Right. Oh, my goodness.
Everyone had him. He was at like 35% of teams.
Yeah. That's just absolute value. So if you want the points this week, I'd be rushing to get him in. But yeah, that buy next week. I'm in Origin as well.
Yeah, they do have the buy, coincidentally. So
yeah, I would realistically wait a little bit. But
yeah, I suggest doing that.
But
as
if you're chasing points and you have 12 trades,
and you got good mid coverage,
yeah,
it's just like it's simple.
I actually love him in fantasy. He's just a guaranteed score. He's actually had his worst year probably because he hasn't consistently played, and Panthers are a bit poor at the start.
Yeah, this is the cheapest he'll be easily.
Yeah. Now's the time.
Foketi. Again, he's a Rooster. He's there on the bye this week, but he's one to look at next week because Radley's out for about 4 weeks.
It's cheap. And he's got that mid-edge cover.
Yep. I think Radley might be close to retirement.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
I saw some brain stuff about him today, and I was like, oh, man. It's actually rough.
Yeah.
He's so young, and he's such a talent, but...
I think he actually passed the HIA, but I think he's still just having time off.
He probably just knows the way to pass it. Like, he knows the hack.
He studied, bro.
He studied for sure. But yeah, I think he's probably not. Touch wood, obviously.
There's like other sports like NFL. If you have like couple of 2 or 3 head knocks, you're like thinking about retirement.
Yeah.
Whereas rugby league, it's like, how many's that been?
And
for him?
he just doesn't even care either. It's like he just wants to keep playing. He's got that dog in him. The way that he plays, probably doesn't even care.
Yep.
Yeah, I think it's nearly over for him, unfortunately.
It's tough. We'll move on to the edges. Jakey Preston.
Yeah,
he's a guy to make sure you get in by the end of the year.
Yeah.
He's
expensive, but he's worth it.
He's definitely worth it. Just gets a lot of rock on the best team in the comp at the moment.
He looks like he's got a chance of scoring every time they go that way.
Yeah.
Like, he's just that player. And if he scores a try, does anything, he just gets so many points because he'll just get a tackle break, offload, try assist or something.
He's averaging 59. The doggies don't miss another game for the rest of the year. If you can fork up the cash, do it.
He honestly had a bad game last time and he got 53. So if he's getting 53s on a bad game, he's the man.
Mm-hmm.
So there you go.
Another guy, probably not as safe as Preston, Katoa. We talked about him last week. Didn't go. He got 47, so that's all right.
Yeah.
Again, plays next week, which is good. I think he's just just a tiny bit below Preston, but
bit of a potty.
He's cheaper, so.
Yeah, he's a bit of a potty. It's cheaper, got the good buy, obviously won't play Origin. I think he loves a try as well. I think it's kind of like Olakau'atu vibes where he scores a try, goes big, doesn't score a try, he'll get just under 50, kind of vibes.
And he loves to score a try. The Storm don't miss another game. They got Cronulla, who have been dog shit.
Yeah.
Cowboys, dog shit.
And Storm are going to have an absolute pump at the end of the year, I reckon. Yeah. They're going to turn it off.
That's actually a lovely run of games. Cows after Cronulla, Newcastle, Manly.
Yeah.
They all stink.
You're looking at his scores right now, and it's his worst score before the 48 was 52 in the last, 7-8 weeks.
Yeah.
And he's getting 55s and above. And that's with and without tries. So
he's definitely improved his
he's actually a buy.
Floor. Yep.
Yeah. I actually rate him.
Easy buy. Jakey Laban from the Waz. He's a really cheap option. Last week, absolutely killed it.
He was such a smoky.
Yeah, so he got 63 last week, retains the starting role. I don't mind him just for, if you want to cash out to someone who you think he can actually probably play for me and score well.
Yeah, he's such value right now. And if they put Halasima on the bench as well, I'm assuming he'll get 60 minutes at least. He played 71 on the weekend and scored a try. 352K, his break even is probably 0, right? So he's probably making heaps of cash.
4, yeah.
I think if you're still holding someone I look at my team, I've still got Hiroti, Olakau'atu, injured players like that. That's a perfect example of someone you'd bring in to free up some cash, I reckon.
Yep. 63 last week. And then judging off his PPM, when he started previously, it's quite good. So I think he's a good option.
I like him.
Another guy.
Up the wires, by the way.
Yeah, up the wires. Another guy, historically, I would have gone nowhere near him, Viliami Kikau. But
fair play to the man.
He's another guy who's really improved his base.
Yeah, I know. And
shout out to him.
Yeah, my brother actually did get him, and I was hating on him for a few weeks. And every single week, he's actually been cooking. So I respect it. And he's one of those guys. Once again, the Bulldogs can go either way, and it looks like they're going to score. And he just gets the rock early, and he could easily break that tackle and score a try every single week, and he scores tries. So.
He used to be a 60 or a 30 guy.
Yeah,
but now, if you look at his scoring this year,
it's still a little bit
his worst score, 38, but it's still improved where he's around 40 will be his minimum.
38,
and then
on
he's
a bad day. It's good for him.
Yeah, exactly.
He used to get 25s here and there just when he was bored. But he got 79 in his last game. No tries. 80 minutes.
1% of players in the top 5,000 have him.
Yeah. And
that could be an entry point.
Oh, the Bulldogs are so good. They're going to score a lot of points. I really like them. But a little bit on the pricey side. But I don't know. I guess you could argue getting him over Katoa maybe. It's pretty close.
But I think Katoa's safer.
Yeah, Katoa's safer, but if you want to go big or go home, you get Kikau.
If you're just, and as well, to any listeners who are down the bottom of your head-to-head ladder, just get him.
Yeah.
See what you can do.
And he doesn't play any buys for the rest of the year, so there you go.
Nikora was very mid to start the year. He's only really picked it up the last sort of 3 weeks. He's at 560K. Storm this week, then a buy, and then a good run of games until they're buying. I think that's around 25. Personally, I'm not going there, but I do get after the bye getting him in because if you back him to keep this form up, like he's gotten 61, 73, and then a 40, fair enough, but still, especially in second row, you should be getting those guys, those dogs.
He almost plays like a center, which I don't really like about that.
Yeah.
Like for a second row, you should be having a really good base, getting guaranteed 40s, but he just fluctuates so much. He's got a 28 there. He's got a few 28s this year, but he's the definition of fluctuation, and he can score a try and still get 48, which is just painful in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
And but you look at his price at the start of the year, 692K. He's gone down a lot, so he's definitely value, but I just don't think he has maybe enough upside to warrant bring him in. But once again, 560. Ooh, there's so many people here that you could. I
hate the 500K mark. It's just like
These are the players that win you your head-to-head, though. If you get them cheap and they absolutely gobble. Fun fact, I actually got him at the end of last year. Same situation, and that's the reason why I won.
That is a very fun fact.
Yeah, very fun. No one asked, but thought I'd throw it in. So maybe
How dare you talk about your personal team?
Maybe I should bring him in just to have a repeat of last year and win.
Back-to-back winner, by the way. I got robbed, but anyway. Into the halves, this guy will 100% be the most bought guy this week.
Get him.
Latu Fainu, he's a beast. Starting now because Buller injured, Heath Mason goes to the back. I think originally he was coming off the bench just due to some fitness issues, maybe.
Yeah, he was injured. So I think he was like slowly recovering, but
so at that price range, there's really no reason not to, unless you're getting 2 guns in this week. And
he's actually never played 80 minutes, which is interesting. But I'm seeing on the weekend. Oh no, that wasn't on the weekend. It was 2024. He got 50 points in the only game that he played 70 minutes.
Yeah.
And it's obviously pretty much no sample size from what we've seen of him and what he brought to the Tigers on the weekend as well. 44 off the bench, 53 minutes. Latu Fainu is the certified cheapie of the week.
Yeah, I agree.
Get him.
I think it's smart by the Tigers as well. Jerome Luai, he had his stint at halfback. I think he's just a natural ball running 5'8".
I agree. They forced it.
Yep.
But yeah, Latu Fainu, I think that's the future.
And he plays the bye. Get him in.
Get him, son.
Pretty simple. Jerome Hughes, I've had him since round 4.
Just got him last week. And
loves a 40, this kid.
Oh, my goodness.
Not a kid, a Dally M winner. I still a good buy. Just the Storm eventually, if he's getting 40s, it's not that bad, and he'll throw in a 70 in there. So.
Yeah, his break-even's 32, so he's going to make money no matter what. And I think as I said just before, I think Storm are going to have a massive end of the year. And I think he is going to absolutely gobble. I got him last week, jumped the gun a little bit, got 45, which is all right, but 594K still undervalued. I reckon 700K in a few weeks. That's my bold prediction.
Like it. Yep. This guy is actually, I think, sort of going under the radar this year. Adam Reynolds. I know Dor talked about him sort of towards the start of the year. He's been a bit up and down. But the last few weeks, I like him as a bit of a pod option because he plays next week. That's assuming Nathan Cleary plays Origin. Reynolds isn't picked, which is like
he's not
Gus Gould thinks.
He likes to click farm. You know what I mean?
Gus Gould's a clip farmer.
Yeah, clip farmer. That's what I meant to say.
Yeah.
But yeah, he loves just saying some outrageous stuff just to get people talking about it.
Like Skip Bayless.
And it works because we're talking about him right now.
Yeah.
But Adam Reynolds, though, can you trust the quads? Can you trust the hamstrings?
No.
I just can't.
I can't.
I simply can't.
Yeah. You got a prediction injury.
Yeah, I know. You have to look out for it.
Yeah. I mean,
his scores have actually been phenomenal, to be fair.
Like 56, 53, 51. I talked about him being inconsistent. I was wrong.
And when the Broncos are on and they're slowly coming back, I wouldn't say they're on again, but they've got Reece Walsh back. They're going to score a lot of points, and he gets his hands on the ball pretty much every single play that they score points. So.
Yeah. I like him if you're looking for a half for next week.
Yep. I mean, I guess I'd probably just lean towards Hughes, 50K cheaper, 60K cheaper.
Yeah.
But yeah, once again, Potty, if you support the Broncos as well, wanna have a bit of fun, why not?
If you don't count the injury affected games, he's averaging about 55 this year, priced at 49.
Yeah.
Yeah,
great. It'd be a fun buy.
Great pod.
Yeah, I like it.
This one, he's actually a cheapie, Cody Walker.
I haven't even looked at him. I don't think I've looked at him.
I'll say it, don't buy.
One of these ones again.
Yeah, I'm basically covering my tracks. If he goes bad, I said don't buy, but if he goes well, I mentioned it on the pod. Look,
We won't talk about the last.
would you rather trust a cheapie like Latu Fainu or Cody Walker? Fainu's the answer, but if you already have Fainu, you're looking for someone else. I mean, he's so cheap. It's actually ridiculous.
315K.
Yeah, that's what I mean. What's the worst that could happen?
See, I'm gonna
He gets injured
quickly
again, which
scroll
could
down.
happen, which is likely. Or he just pumps out,
I'm looking at
30.
2024 and he was 603K in round 18, 2024. Has he really got 300K worse
No,
since
like,
then? What's changed?
It doesn't help that Humphreys does a lot of the kicking.
Yeah, I guess that's changed.
The Rabbits, he's just been so injury affected where, he's had a game where he played 41 minutes, game where he played 57 minutes, and a 56 minutes.
You remove those, he's getting 30s pretty much all year, which is and they've had a bad year, keep in mind. If he's scoring a try, getting the way that he should be playing, so pretty much we just need him to come back into form.
Yeah.
He'll be scoring 40s and it'll be value.
Yeah,
Simple as
exactly.
that.
Let's just pretend he gets you 30s, 30 to 35. It's all right, he's 315K. That's, to be honest, that's about what you expect from that price range.
Yeah, and he'll still make money. I'm looking now. If he gets 35s in the next 3 weeks, he'll make about 45 to 50K.
Yeah.
There you go, my little calculator.
Bang.
Yeah, that's free game right there.
Yeah, that's... At the end of the day, he probably good chance of getting injured again.
Yeah, and Latu starting halfback is just that's pretty irresistible. Starting halfback's a bit different, and I think you're just looking at the scores of 30s.
Yeah,
this
I'd
year.
rather back him.
You'd have to wait for him to get one monster score before you'd get him. I'd get Latu over him.
Yep.
But I like it.
We'll go into the centres. Boy Fermor. Not really much to say.
Fermor is Fermor. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you know what you're getting with him.
Yeah.
He's got
100%.
a good base for a centre. He'll always be a buy. He's going to get 50.
I got him
55.
last week. Lucas and him in the centres. It's just lovely.
Yeah, him and Lucas is just set and forget centres.
It's just like that. They'll never disappoint you.
Yeah.
And that's how you win your comps.
He hasn't scored in a few weeks too, and he's still getting really good scores. So
Yep.
he's actually value.
If you want to wait until after the bye, yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, he's got round 18 buy. So
Kiraz, I think a lot of people will be going sharp straight to the Kiraz. I think they're the same price.
yeah. Oh, I'm getting Kiraz this week. So there
enough.
you go. He is my buy. He's so back, and the
Great
Bulldogs-
watch. A great watch.
Oh, he's one of those players that you love having in your fantasy team because he offloads it every single play. Him and Herbie are the same.
Yeah.
They run it, they make at least 10, 15 meters, and then they try to offload it or they make a line break or something. It's just it's so good to watch. I want him.
Yeah, I might have to get him in.
I think he's one that
He's back at wing, which is good. He went
Yeah.
well at centre anyway.
it doesn't even matter. And they don't obviously have any buyers for the end of the year. So he'll be a set and forget, especially if you need a center because having him in center is a bit of a hack.
Next guy, Garrick, 575K. He's at wing. I'm just trying to look at his historical stats there. Get up the data.
His break even's 34 value.
Garrick on the wing hasn't played there since 2023. Averaged about 43 there.
Yep. Is he playing next to Turbo or the other? Do we know yet? That could help if he's next to Turbo, but I don't think he will be.
Let me get up.
I don't know. Will he?
I think he will.
Oh,
be.
no, he will be because.
Cooler and Tommy
Cooler's-
Talau
yeah.
on the left.
Yep. So he'll be next to Turbo too, assuming that's the case.
He still kicks goals.
Yeah.
I think
He's going to be running the ball back every
I wouldn't
play.
be too alarmed if you have him, but I probably wouldn't buy him.
Yep, I agree with that. But I actually think he could excel
Yeah.
in
Who
in the
knows?
winger, so wait and see for him.
Tony Staggs.
Interesting one you got there.
What do you think? He went so well on the weekend.
He's just one of those guys I just haven't looked at because in my mind it's just I just won't get him in fantasy.
Yeah, it's center's such a volatile position.
Yeah, and he's one that
Just
just stays at 500K forever. And it's ugh.
Yeah.
But how's he been going?
64 before that 68,
Ooh.
48 before that. And the Broncos, by all reports, are back.
Yeah, Staggs was so good on the weekend as well. Man, oh man.
He ran 200 meters, 10 tackle breaks.
Yeah.
Basically,
548K though. That's it.
This
That's
is just
the
a
only
guy
thing.
you're getting for the buy who's a pod. If you want.
It's very risky, but it's an exciting one once again.
Just one to throw out there.
Yeah.
Karapani, however, I think him and Fainu are the sort of two safe cheapies.
Ooh, yeah. Karapani, this is going to sound a bit weird, but Karapani has the same build as Brian To'o. Like, I feel like he could easily play like him.
Yeah, well, he just re-signed.
Yeah, he's
2 years.
He's a shorter guy, but he's like really bulk. Looks like he's so strong.
He is jacked, yeah.
Like, I just wish he would put his head down like To'o does. But he did score 2 tries on the weekend at 39, which isn't great. But in saying that, he's 331K, so he's definitely going to make some money.
I think apparently Cobbo's coming to the Red V of the Cowboys. So
I don't think anyone wants him right now. That's what I was saying. He went from
value,
being $1 million player.
His value was dipped.
People don't want to pay $600K for him now.
It's cut in half.
Yeah, poor guy. I love you, Cobbo, though.
Yeah. Jump on the pod.
Yeah.
he's not listening.
Or sign for the Broncos for $300K.
Yeah.
I'll take you.
Jack Bird, might just gloss over him.
Yeah, Seeps. Don't get Jack Bird. How much is he? 312K.
And he's back rower.
Is he?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's why.
Maybe
That's why
he's
I'm
actually worth.
That's why I'm talking about him.
Is someone injured for them, or I haven't actually? Let me have a little look.
Fainu's starting on the edge with him.
Can't see any injuries from the Tigers.
Seyfarth, maybe. What's wrong with Seyfarth's on the bench now.
Right, so it's a bit of a red flag there, maybe.
Maybe they just swapped him.
It's just one that you would have to wait at least 1 week.
Yeah,
you just couldn't risk it. Really.
I'd just wait and see, and then for the buy, if he went well, got good minutes, get him in.
Yep, I agree.
He's all right.
Jackie Bird, and when he's on, he's on. He's still.
Yeah, he was one of the great little dual.
He's not utilized right now,
lock.
but he has lost a lot of size. But it's a separate combo.
And Talakai went really well on the weekend.
Yep. Remember when he was center a few years ago? And
he absolutely cooked Morgan Harper.
Oh,
that was
I had him to get a hat trick that game.
That ruined Morgan Harper's career.
Yeah, it actually did.
Respectfully.
In saying that, he scored a try at 42. Yeah. But he's 322K. And I remember that period. You should go back. I mean, I'll get it up actually. Where he was playing center a few years ago.
And he
had a purple patch, played for New South Wales as a result, and then got dropped because he was trash. But
he came on, dropped the ball, we won. That's basically what he did.
Yeah, I remember he got up to about 600K playing center, and he's 300 odd K right now. So
yeah, you'd think Hiroti just slots back in.
Yeah,
but maybe not if he keeps cooking. He played well.
Is yet again another person I'm not gonna get realistically, but if I'll keep an eye on him, and if he gets another 2 good scores, then could be someone to get in.
I'm trying to find this purple patch when he was playing center. I think it was 2022. Yeah, so he got 107.
Yeah, that was the game.
He got he went into the centers. He got 75, 45, 68. Then against Paul Morgan Harper, got 107. I think he was on like 80 at halftime.
Yeah. And
then he sort of dropped off after that.
Do yourself a favor and watch it was against the Seagulls, I remember. Seagulls versus Sharks 2022. Watch the highlights.
Oh. We'll clip it up.
It's actually ridiculous.
Yeah.
Is it the best game of all time? It was actually one of the best halves of all time because I remember he was on about 90 fantasy points at halftime or something crazy.
Best fantasy game of all time is Tommy Turbo against the Cows. Yeah. 150.
Oh,
they just couldn't tackle him.
That try they scored on the buzzer, man.
2021 Turbo. Superstar.
That's different. Different gravy.
Winger fullbacks, Reece Walsh, he's arriving. Finally arriving.
With an asterisk.
Like price-wise, he's just going up and up. Yeah, I think it's worth getting him.
Yeah, and Broncos are hungry right now. He's looking. I think it's good that he's not playing Origin because he's kind of like got nothing to lose. He doesn't have that pressure that he had.
Door of the podcast thinks he should be playing Origin.
I agree. I think.
Do you think we change the team after we win?
I don't think they're gonna change the team. God no. But I think realistically, if you were choosing a team fresh and there was no games played right now, I'd be choosing Walsh.
Yeah, that's probably a good take.
But yeah, and Broncos have round 20 bye, which is only the Broncos for that week. He's probably the cheapest he'll be for the rest of the year. Broncos are back. Have I said that yet? I think I've said it about 5 times now. Started the year at 700K as well.
My doubts were like he was getting, 40s, 50s with tries.
Yep.
I mean, on the weekend, he got 59 without a try.
Yeah, that's what I like. And it's against the Wires, be a pretty tough matchup, but 497K, he's not getting cheaper.
Yeah, I think it's worth it.
Break even 21, bang.
Lil Pappy, we sort of touched on him so much last week.
Yeah, he's just a bit too expensive for me and a bit too volatile. He fluctuates a lot, but
like I get it. I think he's like a low 40s guy, and then he'll
100.
He'll throw in 100
yeah.
when he gets 4 tries or whatever.
Which I'm not a fan of, really. I just don't like that fluctuation. But.
Yeah, fair. But if you aren't sharp to him, I'd suggest just get Kiraz. But I get it if you want. You need someone cheaper.
He's definitely not an avoider by any means. He's definitely like a great option.
Yeah. So. Head-to-head guys who aren't playing buy rounds, get Trelly Mitt.
Yeah. Oh,
great pod.
He is so back as
He'll
well.
be someone everyone tries to get after the buy.
He's 718K, which is cheap, honestly. I think he was about.
He started at 800, yeah.
And he had a little terrible period there where he came back from injury, played a bit of centre because Jai Gray was cooking. He's back at fullback.
I back the Bunnies to go on a bit of a run.
Yeah, I agree. They've actually got, this is their starting spine for the first time.
Yeah, well, there you go.
Yeah, non-injured. So there you go. I reckon he's going to absolutely gobble for the rest of the year.
Yeah. Yeah, sorry. So they play the bye, then they have a bye. So I'd get him after round 19.
Yep. I agree. He's got the round 19 and then the round 26, which is a bit. Oh, well.
Turbo.
Centers this week.
I don't know. Can we just say I don't know for that?
He's I don't know every week right now.
Because we can look at his historical stats there. You're going back to 2016.
Yeah. I actually think he's got an opportunity to do well, and I think he's going to try to prove a point as well because I think he feels very guilty because he's missed so many games. But I'm not buying him based on that.
He got moved to centre, was it last year? Round 18 against the Cows. He got 42, and then he just got pushed straight back to fullback, and then he went on a great scoring run.
Yeah. No, he's one of those ones you just have to wait for him to get that monster score before you consider getting him because you're looking at the scores alone this year. There's absolutely no merit in getting him.
Yeah, that's facts.
It's just like why?
He's got like a 7 in there or whatever it was.
Yeah, if his name was something else, like Jack Bird, you wouldn't get him at those scores.
He got 2, sorry. He got a 2.
He did, but...
And then 40 and then 44.
Yeah, you just got to wait for that one big monster score. That's the key.
Yeah. I don't blame you if you got him though. Lehigh Hopoate, what do you think about that?
I was looking at his scores before. He is a bit...
We suggested selling because like he's been out for a couple of weeks.
I just don't like that he gets shuffled around so much. Like he's playing wing, fullback, potentially center. He could just move and you could get him when he's playing fullback and then the next week Turbo's back to fullback. And I'm looking at his scores at fullback, which are pretty good, to be fair. Like he's got a 65, 47, and then a 25. So obviously it's a bit hit or miss.
Yeah.
But I think just that risk of him moving around and also getting pretty inconsistent scores, I'd avoid.
I think I'm warming to it against the Tigers and the Rabbits.
I do think he will do well.
I wouldn't blame anyone for getting him.
It's just the price. That's the only thing.
He's got a 53 break him, so he could wait a week, see how he goes.
Yep. I think that's the best thing to do.
But like this year at fullback, he's got a 71.
If he cements the spot
65
as well, if he cements it and they start playing well with Turbo at center, he could easily get some try assists.
Yep.
He could be better. Yeah, I reckon wait 1 week, see how he goes.
And then Jetty Stewart and Heath Mason, just basement guys. Jet Stewart, not ideal one. And then Heath Mason at fullback, I think he'll score better there.
Yeah, he is also 318K, but Buller is coming back in about 4 weeks or so, right? I think it's 4 to 6
4 weeks,
so.
yeah.
So he's actually a bit of an underrated cheapie, to be fair. He actually could do well, but I'd probably just go Fainu over him because he doesn't score very well.
Yeah, if you need a
bit of a fridge.
If you need a wing, if you need a wing of fullback, I like it.
Yeah, if you need a wing fullback, as you just said, I was just about to say the exact same thing. Yeah, never mind.
Onto the holds.
Yep.
Jazz Devaga, he's playing hooker for you in the buy round. Get him in.
Yep.
He's Mike, man. Drinky, awful run of form. I don't know. I'm not a test. Yeah, exactly. I'm not a testing. I think I might Jakey Clifford being back, Purdue into the centres.
Yeah, I think
if you base it on what Clifford did to the team at the start of the year, you'd think they start going better.
Yeah, I'm literally looking at him to buy right now because he's not in my team. 550k is criminally cheap for him.
Well, that's what I was thinking about Lehigh Hopoate. Surely a trusting drinky to turn it around.
And I think we've said Cowboys buy around schedule is just get any
it's
Cowboys
lovely.
player. So I think
they got the Titans and the Storm. And
I actually think he's a buy. He should be in the buy section. But yeah, obviously hold if you have him. But I think he's only going to go up in price if I'm honest. But his break even is pretty high.
He's a front runner. He just needs the cows to improve.
Yeah. I think his break
to be
even
honest,
is about 65.
I could see him going really well this weekend against the Titans and then going on another poor run because he's got the Storm.
Oh, yeah.
And Doggies and then Dolphins.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it is a bit. It's tough because he's so cheap.
But like if you look at the weeks before that, he was scoring well against good teams. He got a 68 against the Wires. He got a 56 against the Storm.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
I reckon you wait 1 week, break even at 64. You can't go wrong. He'll probably go down a little bit. Hopefully he gets a good score, and then I think you look at getting him potentially after that.
Yep. Purdue, he's lost a lot of cash last couple of weeks. You got him. You held him for the buy round. Back at center, he's going to start improving scoring wise. Yeah, I think that's an easy hold. And if he goes crap again, just sell him after the buy.
Yep. Exactly.
And if you got cover, I guess you can sell now if you really want to.
If you need to, but he's just more of a hold in my opinion. I think he's going to score well again at center.
Yep. Jaden Campbell, easy one.
Yep.
Just out for this week. Yeah. I'll be trying to buy him as soon as he drops down in a bit of cash.
Yep.
Sanders Smith, I think he just got a bruised knee or something. He wasn't actually that injured. He plays.
You still got him. Fair play.
Plays the buy. But yeah, like if you want to sell, it's fair enough.
Yeah.
Into the sells, Lockie Hubner. I'm only saying that unless you don't need his middle coverage number next week. He's on the bench now.
Yeah.
I just think it's time to go, blood.
He's been starting. He's had all the opportunity to do well, and he'll either get 44 or something, and then he'll get a 30. So for me personally, I think it's his time to go.
Fletcher Sharp, Bentley, his injury was compared to a car accident injury.
Kidney laceration, am I correct?
Yeah, and then I think it's like a spleen or something.
How does that even happen?
I don't know.
I'm feeling for him.
I am as well.
Because
I don't really know what the recovery is for that.
Yeah, to be fair though, 712k, at least you get to sell someone who's got so much value.
Straight to Kiraz.
Exactly. So it's like, you can't really complain.
Shout out to Sharp. You've done very well.
Oh my God.
Like very impressive despite an insipid Knights outfit.
I have not had him all year and it's really killed me. So I'm not happy he's injured, obviously. That's horrible.
That could have sounded horrible.
Yeah, that's very awful to say. But
fantasy-wise.
Yeah. But I think it's an obvious trade him for Kiraz.
Yep. Our thoughts go out to Fletcher Sharp in his recovery.
I love watching him play too, so best of luck, mate.
Riley Smith, easy sell, out for 2 weeks suspended.
It's time to get bled.
Jackie Bostock, ACL, MCL.
Not kidding. So.
Yeah, that's a lot of people bought just for that little bump in cash, quick cash grab.
No, don't rate that.
It's unfortunate. Our thoughts go out to Jackie.
Yeah, same thing. Good player.
And Wong is very annoying, that injury for the all-out team.
He finally started coming back too.
Yeah, we held him all through these bye rounds, and then, unfortunately...
He just starts getting good scores, like really good base. I'm like, oh my goodness, he's actually back. Then he gets 11 because he gets injured.
Yep, he's an easy sell.
Yep, that's who I'm selling to get Kiraz. So.
And I think that's the list.
Yeah, lovely.
I'm trying to think of someone else maybe who's a sell.
I think it's kind of obvious just because there's so many injuries. Like a lot of people have Wong, Sharp, Hiroti.
Nathan Lawson, the Dragons cheapy wigger. I'll apologise for that.
Yeah, I mean...
His first game was good, to be honest.
Sometimes you just got to look at the player photo and just say, will he do well?
Do they have aura based on their photo? That's crazy.
Looking at his photo, I'm just like, he's not doing well.
If you go to the highest averages, surely there's a guy who does Herbie aura.
Yeah.
Hudson Young put aura.
I'm
trying to think of a good fantasy player who lacks a bit of aura.
It's a great question.
Doesn't exist.
It doesn't.
Yeah, there's none. Sorry.
That's okay. Maybe
yeah.
Yo.
He's just got that consistent aura. All right. Yeah, sorry about that, Lawson. He did his job. He made you about 14K.
Yeah, I didn't tell anyone to get him.
No,
Just FYI.
Yeah, you can downgrade him to someone. Basement price, you got 30K to play with.
Yeah, it was a rough about 5-6 weeks of just no cheapies though.
Yeah.
And I think finally it was like him and Mullany, and it's like, oh, maybe there's actually an option. We got Mullany, other people got Lawson. Either way, you're lost if you got any of them.
I think Mullany's got a great career ahead of him.
Yeah, if
he just needs a chance.
Yeah, give him the chance.
100%.
Oh well.
Right, that's it for the podcast. Hopefully we didn't forget anyone. If we did, chuck them in the comments and we'll hopefully reply to them.
Yeah. Thank you everyone for watching. Send us a message if you have any questions.
Catch up.
See you next week.